Welcome to December 28th, 2025. Of course, this is the 5-year anniversary of the worst day of my life. It has now become a cool little time capsule of entertainment. I like to have December 28th being Tony's year-end countdown. That's right, the 2025 version. But before then, I would like to say that this year has been exceptionally awful. 2025 has been a brutal and just lots of death with relatives and animals, pets. However, the past two year end countdowns, I come on here and I say, well, it's been a year and nothing has happened. Well, something did happen finally. 2025, of course, was another year of court dates being pushed and pushed and pushed. But this year, there was another push. But with that bad news came incredible news, that being the range I'm allowed to go and travel to has been extended to Fresno. I can now go more places finally. And I was allowed to visit my mom once a month. Massive victory in this now 5-year odyssey of bad news. Of course, though, through it all, through the thick and thin, I praise the Lord. Thank you, Jesus, for everything. Um, Always grateful, always. It's not just a shtick, it's my way of life still. And also, if you notice, I am wearing glasses now. That's right. Failed the vision test for renewing my license, and bam, got me some glasses now. So I'm a part of the Four Eyes Club. It was going to happen eventually, so it's fine. 2025, awful year, but at least there's more progress, sort of, in the court saga of my life, being able to go to Fresno and go see my mom. That's incredible because I got to go back to Edwards Theater, my favorite theater in Fresno. I used to go there all the time. The staff knew me. I would go there so often. Um, Also, I can go out to eat to better restaurants because Madera sucks when it comes to restaurant. That's right, the countdown. We're gonna start with TV shows, my top 5 TV shows of 2025. But I'm kicking things off with an honorable mention. Of course, Seth Rogen stars in this Apple TV comedy series called The Studio. The Studio is pretty damn funny. Just a comedic look on behind the scenes of Hollywood and how movies and TV shows and stuff get made, and how actors and directors and producers, all that stuff, all the spinning plates of the entertainment industry. A very humorous look at all of that. It's pretty funny. Check it out. It did not make the list, but it's an honorable mention because I gave it a chance, and I'm glad I did. But what did make the list at number 5? Kind of interesting because this is season 2 of a reality show that topped my TV list in 2023. That's right, the Squid Games, The Challenge season 2 is now number 5 of TV shows of 2025. Again, it's very entertaining, especially if you like the Squid Game show. Funny enough, the actual show did not make my list because of the disappointing ending, but the challenge made the list because the reality part of it, just seeing the real people play these games, it was as entertaining as it was frustrating. Highly recommend you check this out. It's entertaining watch. Seeing how real people would deal with this situation. Of course, there's no death, but there is money involved and drama ensued. Number four also is a returning show, but it was started out on Netflix. It was the adult rated R version of a Marvel hero, Daredevil, now on Disney Plus. It stuck to its rated R roots. It's just as great as the first few seasons on Netflix. It returned this year. It was called Daredevil Born Again, the same cast. Everybody returns to tell another chapter in another season of the Daredevil saga. Very entertaining. Vincent D'Onofrio knocks it out of the park as Kingpin yet again. Highly recommend this. When Marvel goes rated R, they rarely miss. Check it out if you are into that. Number three is another reality show I was unaware of until a certain wrestler, Nikki Bella, decided to join the cast of The Traitors on NBC. So I was hooked. The premise of the show, all these like I wouldn't even say B-list celebrities, I'd say like D. It's kind of like Dancing with the Stars, how they diluted the word stars. Now it's just like people from random other reality shows. They put them all in the same house. They pick three traitors, and these traitors have to stay hidden until the end of the show, where you get money. Money's a prize, but again, drama equals ratings. And my God, is The Traitors one of the most dramatic reality shows I've ever seen. It was cool to see Nikki Bella in there. Always great to have a wrestler branch out into other forms of entertainment. This being a reality show, sadly, well, I won't spoil it if you want to watch it. The Traitors, check it out. It's entertaining. There's three seasons. All three are entertaining. Check them all out. Season four will debut in January. All new cast. Number two. What a crazy ass show. Netflix again brings back its monster series. They had Jeffrey Dahmer, but this year they have Monster, the Ed Gein story. And the amount of memes that has generated from this Netflix show, it makes it as funny. I at first it made me sick to my stomach about this show, how sick and twisted the story of Ed Gein was. But Laurie Metcalf is in this. She stars as Ed Gein's mother. She plays his mother, and she is one hell of an actress. She's great in everything she does. She is great in this one. Charlie Hunnam, I believe is his name, plays Ed Gein as well. It's I mean, if you weren't talking about Ed Gein, were you living under a rock? Ed Gein, of course, was my Christmas sweater this year. Very funny stuff. Ed Gein, you got to see it to believe it. The direction that Charlie Hunnam took this Ed Gein into, it's worth a look. See, it's only I think believe 8 or 9 episodes. It's short. All these shows are short, which is good, I guess. But again, check it out. Funny. Number one show of the year. It involves a dancing clown. That's right. Welcome to Derry, the continuing saga of It with Pennywise. What a hell of a show, man. I mean, it started out frustrating because they were basing everything around race, which is like, all right, come on, guys. How many more fucking shows and movies are we going to base this on? It gets better. It gets great. And then at the end, it fucking blew me away. Welcome to Derry. A cast of nobodies. There's maybe a couple notables in there, but deep pool notables. What's cool about Welcome to Derry is that in the Stephen King universe, and he like brings elements of all his movies and all his books into this show, and it's very interesting. It's great. It made number one on the list of my TV shows of 2025. Okay, that was TV shows. Now, movie time. My top five movies of 2025. But first, the honorable Honorable mentions, of course. Uh, Until Dawn came out. That is a video game movie. Of course, it didn't, reinvent the wheel of video game movies. It wasn't Oscar worthy. I think why I like this is because I was a big fan of the game. They take elements of the game into the movie, but I think it's because of the unique theater going experience why this is my honorable mention. I was the only fucker in the theater watching Until Dawn. So Until Dawn's kind of a creepy setting. I'm in an empty theater all by myself watching this horror movie. I loved it. I loved that the mood, the ambiance of the whole horror setting of the movie. And then I was sitting there alone. It was cool. There was no crying babies in there ruining the movie. I got to watch it by myself, no distractions. Fantastic theater going experience. The movie was good, not great, didn't make the list, but it was an honorable mention just as Chainsaw Man, Ray Arc also gets an honorable mention, not because it was the greatest movie ever, but it was my birthday movie, and I got to see this movie with my wife at Edwards, the Regal Theater, and it was on Screen X. Screen X is it's a gimmick, you got the theater screen right here, like this, like in this background here, but it extends like a little bit. Not the whole movie is like that, just certain parts of the movie. There's like an extended, like it stretches out the screen a little bit. It was okay. It's just it was the music of the movie, just being with my wife. We were the only ones in the theater. There's a theme going here. Me and my wife were the only ones in this theater and Screen X to see Chainsaw Man, Ray Arc. We're fans of the anime Chainsaw Man, and then watching the movie was great as well. But now on to the actual list, my top five movies of 2025. Number five, the most recent movie I just watched because it was Christmas and I was browsing and I wanted to watch a movie and Song Sung Blue popped up. So we started watching it. It's Hugh Jackman, it's Kate Hudson. These two oldies they form like a Neil Diamond cover band sort of thing. And I'm not familiar with any of Neil Diamond's songs besides Sweet Caroline, bum bum bum. But this movie kind of shines a light on all of his music catalog, like all his other hits, and the story between Hugh Jackman and Kate Hudson's characters. Very good movie. It was a cool movie to see in December on Christmas. It again, not a fan of Neil Diamond. I love musicals. This one had tons of music in it and a great story. It makes my number five of 2025, number four on the list. Very skeptical whenever we see a new Alien or a new Predator movie come out. So I fold my arms and say, no thanks, because they're usually terrible until Predator Badlands showed up. That's right. I went in arms crossed, like I said, couldn't wait to hate this movie. And the first 10 minutes, they were terrible. It was like a video game, all CGI. It was a video game movie. And then he meets the android lady. That's when the movie picks up. That's when it gets interesting. That's what made it a great movie of 2025. Number four, check out Predator Badlands. Surprisingly good. Number three movie took the world by storm. This was one of those movies where you're Netflix and chilling. And the name of the movie is terrible. Whoever thought of this name and all the people who signed off on this name need to be fired. They could have named it so many other things, but K-pop Demon Hunters took over the world in the year 2025. It's still hot, still the Netflix's most popular movie ever. The music is fantastic. Of course, it's an animated movie. Uh, it's crazy how popular this movie got, but it was a lucky find on a slow day that just it blew me and my wife away. We watched this together. She still loves it. Most of her Christmas gifts were K-pop Demon Hunter themed. So they're probably gonna make numerous sequels of it and ruin it. But as of the first and original K-pop Demon Hunters is my number three movie of 2025. Number two, also animated. Number two movie was actually the first movie I got to go see um, in 4DX. That's right, 4DX at the Regal Theater. So it's Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. We're fans of the anime. Great story, great characters, animation, fantastic. And then you add the 4DX element to it. It's more violent than a roller coaster. Don't ever get concessions if you go to a 4DX theater. Just wait till after the movie because you'll be throwing your soda. Okay, so first of all, this Regal Theater does not clean the 4DX screen often because as soon as we walked in, mildew smell hit us all in the face. We took our buddy Joe with us as well. As soon as we sit down in our seats, my wife's nose starts bleeding because of her allergies. The people all around us were coughing and sneezing throughout. But and it was like a two, almost a 3 hour movie, this Demon Slayer. But again, it was an epic story. It was very long. It felt like 2.5 hours. And then rocking back and forth in your chair, getting thrown around violently. They're shooting water in your face and fake snow falling. It was a hell of an experience. But Demon Slayer Infinity Castle is my number two movie of 2025 and number one movie. So when you see a movie starring Channing Tatum, you set your expectations very low, like dirt bottom, rock bottom low when Channing Tatum is your star. You throw Kirsten Dunst in there, it's Roof Man. Roof Man is a true story about a dude who kept breaking in the stores to like McDonald's and shit, stealing to get money to fund his life. And my favorite part of this movie is the depiction of Christians. Because anytime you see a TV show or a movie or whatever depicting Christians, they're always insane. They're always like in Black Phone 2. I don't know if you seen that movie, but the way they depicted the Christians in that, like crazy. It's just, they make them seem like lunatics. Well, Roofman depicted Christians as Christians are musical, friendly, welcoming, all the good things that Christians are. Plus, the story was great. Channing Tatum nailed it. He finally is acting in a serious role. It was good. I highly recommend Roofman. That has been my 2025 list. The Tonys year-end countdown has come to an end. Until next year, folks, thank you for watching, and as always, stay tuned.